Hi, I'm Terry. You may know me from Quarantine Gardens, my little 1 minute vignettes. I hope so. Today I'm going to talk about masculinity, toxic masculinity, masculinity. Like I'm 6'2", white, I'm male, blue eyes, blonde hair, used to be. That close to the patriarchal dream. Gay, just missed it. Hitler Youth could have been. So, masculinity is not toxic, okay? The hyper ideal of masculinity is toxic because of the results. In a survey of men about the things they associate with masculinity, the one trait that all the men from all walks and persuasions of life mentioned the most was shame. Shame for not adhering to a rigid ideal of what it is to be male. Now, I believe shame is what is behind all of toxic male behavior. I really do. So, it's like I live in West Hollywood, for instance. I see shame and paranoia everywhere, you know? I don't see camaraderie among gay men in public places unless there's drinking going on. I see men who are afraid, afraid to look each other in the eye, afraid of rejection and being judged because they know they are also judging all the time. They're caught up judging each other and themselves by the standards of the oppressor that they have sought to take refuge from. Irony. Yeah. So that is the result of toxic masculinity, never being enough. What is beneath all this? Misogyny. Yeah. The fear of, the repression of, and the degradation of the feminine. Masculine and feminine energy is something we all have to one degree or another. But this patriarchal forcing of a strict binary split between the two produces fear and dangerous acting out behavior that has made the world a more dangerous place for everyone. What's really sad is a patriarchal system that can't see itself as the real losers. They are not the winners. They are the destroyers. I was none too happy, about being gay either because of society. As a teenager, I was in an existential fight with the universe, on a regular basis. I was like, I could have been anything. Why did I have to be this? My family's crazy. I'm getting nothing but dysfunction and neglect. And you got to throw this shit in on top of it? Don't threaten me with hell. Too late. So, after I grew up and came out, I felt like I was born without a gay card somehow. I did not understand gay men at the time. After 20 years plus of therapy, I did, but by then I understood too much, too little, and too late. I became the gay man who knew too much. As a kid, there were some things that I liked that would be seen as gay. I liked rock and blues and folk, but I also liked Barbra Streisand. She was a gay icon because she always got the Robert Redford. She was as far from a Shiska as you're going to get. Boy, that nose. And the voice that came out of it. But that's what gay men got. They would never get the Robert Redford. But then they watched her and they were like, damn, if she can, I look better than that. So, and I love how oblivious all the liberal straight folks have all these preconceived notions about gay men, But that's most of us. We don't really care about knowing about what doesn't pertain to us. It's not about me. But all gay men know how to coordinate and accessorize. Well, that's mostly true. But, they think all gay men got it good now. All their money is theirs, no kids, mostly, no responsibilities personally. They can dress nice, drive fancy cars, eat out at fancy restaurants. They can fuck all the time, and everybody gets along and just has a gay old time. Damn. I wish I were gay. I wish I were that gay. But I'm not that gay, and a lot of people are not that gay. So why do they think this? Because it's not their world. We know their world. We have been immersed all of our lives in their world. We see you everywhere we go, in the movies, television, in our lives. Black people lobby for more black people in film, as do Asian and Mexican and Muslim and so on, for a reason. But more than not having any realistic role models, we got short-circuited in adolescence. While everyone else is going to parties and dating and getting their little hearts broken, when the brain is still at maximum plasticity, what are gay men doing? Shutting down. Taking a vacation from critical growth, not to be picked up again until late teens or 20s or beyond. All that critical information about how to navigate emotions and relationships, blank. Then it's like, okay, let's do this. I've only got about a fourth of a toolbox, but I got this. Then there winds up being a lot of hurt and pain and disappointment and cynicism. But we're like a cute alien race. It's all Will and Grace and RuPaul's Drag Race and Modern Family to them, but not so. There's a lot of low self-esteem and fear and paranoia, and that's just with each other. When I go to the Trader Joe's in West Hollywood, full of gay men, no one looks at anyone in the whole store, ever. Everyone is paranoid of either rejection or having to reject or not being enough. That's it. Maybe instead of billboards for gay cruises, maybe we should see, "Welcome to West Hollywood, where validation goes to die." So, but I don't talk about queer people in general. I talk about what I know. I'm not a lesbian, although I did sleep with girls, but I don't think that counts, although some gay men might say so. So, I don't talk about queer people in general. I try to stick to what I know, unlike Dave Chappelle.